evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, drug overdose deaths are on the rise in Tennessee. The annual sales tax holiday is coming up this weekend. Several structures at the corner of Jackson and Carroll Street in Tullahoma are being demolished this week. And we'll have more from the Coffee County Election Administrator about the upcoming elections. We'll have those stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
When you're running late headed to that sporting event or horse show and hungry but need gas, you don't have to choose which to get. Just stop at any Quick Mart where gas prices are normal and the food is outstanding. Burgers, fries, salads, sub sandwiches, chicken strips, egg rolls, even pizza can be picked up while the gas is pumping. Stop by any Quick Mart today and not only save time, but enjoy some good cooking, southern hospitality, and prices you can live with.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Welcome back. Tennessee officials say drug overdose deaths are on the rise in the volunteer state. The health department says some 1,166 Tennesseans died from drug overdoses last year. That's up by 6.5% over 2012. More Tennesseans died from overdose than in car crashes, suicides, or murder. Despite seatbelt education and stepped-up traffic enforcement, highway deaths in Tennessee also went up last year compared to 2012. 1,088 died on state roads last year, up from 956 in 2012. Reported suicides increased from 956 to 1,017 last year, but the state's murder rate in 2013 dropped by 11% compared to the prior year. 405 homicides were recorded last year, 456 were reported in 2012. The Department of Revenue is reminding Tennesseans that they can buy certain items without paying sales tax this weekend. During these 3 days, Tennessee shoppers can save nearly 10% on clothing, school supplies, and computers. The sales tax holiday begins Friday, August 1st at 12:01 a.m. and ends Sunday, August 3rd at 11:59 p.m. During this weekend, consumers will not pay state or local sales tax on clothing, school, and art supplies that cost less than $100 per item, and computers that cost $1,500 or less. iPads and other tablet computers are also eligible for tax exemption, but smartphones and video game consoles are not. The structures at the corner of Highway 55 and South Jackson Street at the viaduct are being demolished with the help of a TDAC commercial loan from the city of Tullahoma. The property, which has been an eyesore for years, is being cleaned up by the owner, who will pay the loan back to the city to be used by the next commercial property owner that needs help. Newsleader's John Gray stopped by to check on the progress of the cleanup and brings us this report.
And now we're at the corner of the viaduct, which is Highway 55 and Jackson Street, South Jackson Street, and the property at that corner that's been an eyesore for years is finally being demolished, and we'll get a look at what's going to go on over there. And here's the old house right here, and all this property's being worked on back here in the back, and it's going to make a really nice open area when all this is finished. Two of the houses have been torn down, and the trees are being left. There's a track hole over there, dumpster where they're taking the debris, and this will turn the entrance into Jackson Street and into Tullahoma into a prettier area coming in from Manchester. And as you can see, there's all kinds of nice property back here, going all the way back to Atlantic Street. There's the alley down through there. And this could make a great corner for many things. I think it would be wonderful for the Art Council to buy it and turn it into an art park. But we're yet to see what's going to happen. But just glad to see that this is going to be torn down and the eyesore will be gone from the entrance to Tullahoma. What they're doing is cleaning up the debris of the two pieces of the two structures that they have already taken down. And you can see from this viewpoint here that this is going to be a beautiful piece of property on the corner of Highway 55 and Jackson Street here in Tullahoma that goes all the way back to underneath the bridge back here to Atlantic Street. And what a beautiful area this can be made into as an entrance to the city of Tullahoma from Highway 55 onto Jackson Street. There's two more buildings to be torn down. It's being loaded into dumpsters and hauled out of here, and the property will be appropriately cleaned up and make this corner a more beautiful area at this end of Jackson Street, across from the City School Board building, right here on Jackson Street in Tullahoma. Now, I talked with the operator, and he said in about 3 weeks that they would be finished. They're going to clean this up first and get it off site before they get into the other two buildings. So in about no more than a month from now, this will all be cleaned up and looking good.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Have you met your perfect match? It's here at Merle Norman. With over 190 shades, 13 formulas, and 4 finishes, we'll help you select the one that's just right for you. Ask for your free foundation check today. Merle Norman, made in the USA. Visit your nearest Merle Norman Cosmetic Studio for your personalized service.
Don't risk losing the Social Security disability benefits you have earned. I'm Russell Hedges with Moore & Hedges, Attorneys at Law. I bring over 25 years of experience and dedication to your case. My Social Security team will walk you through the process. We can increase your chances of winning and maximize the benefits due to you. If we do not win, you will not owe us a fee. Call me, Russell Hedges, with Moore & Hedges, Attorneys at Law, for maximum returns and minimum concerns.
If you're looking for a new vehicle this summer, Stanley Nab Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram needs to be your first stop. The all-new 2015 Chrysler 200 is here, and it's been completely redesigned. And we have a huge selection of Jeep Wranglers, Jeep Cherokees, and Jeep Grand Cherokees to make your summer travels one of style and luxury. Our lot is packed with new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. So check us out at StanleyNabCDJ.com or come see us in Tullahoma. It'll be worth your while for the best deal on a new car this summer.
Welcome back. Next Thursday, August the 7th, is Election Day across the state. Voters will be voting in the general election to fill county offices, while primary elections will be on the ballot for state and federal offices. We spoke earlier this week with Coffee County Election Commissioner Vernita Davis about what voters can expect when they go to the polls. Tonight, we bring you part 2 of that interview. There's been a change in the way that Tullahoma voters who live in the city of Tullahoma but in the county of Franklin, in Franklin County, there's been a change in the way that process works. Can you explain that?
Yes. In the past, the people who lived in Franklin County and inside Tullahoma city limits, they always voted with us here in Coffee County just for their city election. And then their federal and their state was in county was in Franklin County. But the state has told us that from now on, those city voters have to vote in their home of residence, the county of their residence. So therefore, they are going to have to either vote at UTSI or North Lake School for their city property. And then on election night, the Franklin County Administrator will send over those vote totals to us, and we can add them with the rest of the Tullahoma City voters who actually live in Coffee County, and that they will have a complete total.
Did I hear you say but if you want to vote early, you have to go to Franklin County to vote, or did I just miss that?
No, you do. If they want to vote early, they still have to go to their Franklin County.
I see.
And in one way, that's a good thing because they only have one place to go to early vote, instead of like before they would have to come to CD Stamps to vote their city property and then go to a Franklin County place for their Franklin County.
Right. You probably organizing the people who actually work the polls on election day is probably challenging to get everybody together and everybody on the same page. What sort of preparation do you actually have to make for that?
Well, we have schools of instruction, which every poll worker comes to a school of instruction. And so we try to teach whatever your job is for the day, we try to teach you exactly how to do it and what to do. And it's really hard to find poll workers. Some retired people, they will work for us, and we can get students as long as they're 17 years of age. We can have students, but we try to get people to work that will work more than one election. That way, the more they work, the better they are at their job, and they kind of know how to do and how to multitask. Because we have an officer, we have judges, which are machine operators, and we have registrars who do the books. And sometimes, if you have an emergency, then someone with one job may have to fill in for another person. So we try to cross-train as many people as we possibly can.
And as a voter, what should you remember to take to the polls with you when you go to vote?
Okay, the most important thing they need to take to their polls is their federal or Tennessee state photo ID. And everyone who votes needs to show that ID. I mean, that is a requirement. But if they do not have their photo ID, they can vote a provisional ballot. And then they have 2 days after the election, which this election will be August the 11th, to bring their photo ID in here. We will make a copy of it. We will have them sign an affidavit that is their photo ID, and then their provisional ballot will be counted.
And if you don't have your voter registration card, you guys actually have a record of that as long as you have a photo ID.
We do. We have our poll books that we send to the polling places, and it's got everyone who is registered to vote at that precinct listed in that book.
Okay. Well, it's going to be a busy week for you coming up, Bernita, I guess. And
very busy, yes.
Okay. Well, you guys do a great job over here with what you do. My congratulations to you and your staff for the great job you do to make that process as painless as possible and for people to get out there, encourage people to get out there to vote.
Thank you.
And be sure to join Tom Corrington, David Pennington, and me here on Charter Channel 6 at 7 o'clock next Thursday evening as we bring you complete election returns. More Newsleader on 6 is coming up in a moment.
Trucks. The #1 selling truck for 35 years straight, the Ford F-Series, can be found at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester. We have a huge selection of over 100 trucks to choose from. With Ford manufactured rebates and incentives up to $10,000 or 0% financing available, now is the time to buy. So come on down to Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, and remember, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company. We offer dependable and reliable service on all your HVAC equipment. We also offer high-efficiency trained cooling units with some special financing through the end of June. Call us for your cooling needs. Your comfort is what we do.
It's summer, call Stroop.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Coffee County Commissioners approved a referendum to be placed on the November ballot, which, if approved by voters, would create a wheel tax in the county. Commissioners expect that a wheel tax would allow the county to roll back what appears to be a 27-cent property tax increase needed to balance this year's budget. A public hearing was held prior to the vote to allow citizens to voice their opinion on the initiative. In this video clip, Tullahoma resident Mildred Carden speaks in favor of the tax.
I'm Elmer Carden. I've lived in Coffee County only 84 years. I grew up down north, Beach Grove, behind a mule, barefooted, and served 4 years in the Korean War. Other than that, I've been 57 years in Tullahoma teaching school. First thing I wanted to do, I wanted to brag a little bit on these guys. I don't know where y'all deserve it or not, but the Coffee County Commission, I think has done a great job over the years. We've got good school systems, we've got good police, we've got good firemen, we've got good roads. I have no complaints. I have never voted against a raising taxes, and I never will. The reason is we've got to pay the sheriff. Sometimes I want to kick him, but you know, we've got to pay the sheriff, we've got to pay the teachers. Sometimes the county is burdened to the state, it's like the jailhouse. I don't like it either when we have to spend $2 or $3 billion on people that won't obey the law like you and I do. But that's the way it goes. They say we have to make a better jail and all these things. It takes money, folks, to do these things. And I'm one of these people that think everybody should pay their fair share. Everybody. And a good tax is two things. The first one is easy to collect. Easy to collect. The second thing is everybody pays it. I love the sales tax. I voted for the sales tax every time it's ever come up. And I'm for any tax that will tax all of us. And property tax, we tax 1/3 of it. All you people that own a house, if you own property, 1/3 of us pay the property tax. The other 2/3 do not. Now, some people argue, they say, hey, renters pay it. Renters don't pay it. If you own a house, Mr. Rickon, and I rent it from you, within 2 or 3 weeks, I'll have 2 or 3 more families moved in if your house is big enough. They don't pay any taxes at all, but you'll see 10 cars parked there at 11 o'clock at night. Now, I think the time has come that you need to consider the wheel tax. Personally, I wish you'd put $100 on every car in this county. And y'all won't move if you want to. I've got 2 vehicles. I'll pay for my 2 and my daughter's. If you do that, we've got all these people that live out of the city of Tullahoma that don't pay any Tullahoma taxes. I have right here my tax bill, my property tax, right here. $6,200.39. That's what my property tax is. When I die, my daughter will have to sell my house. She cannot pay it. The time has come for you people to consider something besides a property tax. And I wish you'd consider it, and you won't hear me cry. I'm for metropolitan government. I support most of the people in Tullahoma. You know, a lot of us in Tullahoma, we think we move very good people over here in Manchester. We got a lot of people who believe that, but I never have believed that. I think we all in this together, and we all need to pay taxes, and I think the wheel tax is all of us. And last time that I talked about the wheel tax, 3 of us talked for it, I think the 22 talked against it, and it may be the same way tonight. But you gentlemen think about that, all of you that's going to speak against the wheel tax. It's a fair tax, and I hope to have that we sometime get it passed.
We'll be right back after these messages.
The highest standard of integrity delivers stability and honor. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of integrity in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's got to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. Author Marcia Ann Smith had a book signing event for her new book, Miracles of a Greater Kind, last Saturday at the Merchants at Coker's in Tullahoma. Newsleader's John Gray was there to visit with Marcia and talk about her latest novel.
And we're at the Coker building today, and local author Marcia Ann Smith is having a book signing today, and we're going to go inside and talk to Marcia about her recent book. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Marcia Smith, and she is the author of the new book, Miracles of a Greater Kind. And Marcia, you're local?
Yes, sir. I live in Estill Springs, Tennessee. I lived in Tullahoma, so from this area, originally from Bedford County, but I've lived here for about 20 years now.
Okay, and what were the circumstances that caused you to write this book? Have you been writing? Have you always been a writer?
I have had some experiences in writing, but not necessarily what you would consider a writer. This is something I felt like the Lord led me to do. I had written another book several years ago called Seeing the Light Through the Darkness after our son was diagnosed with an aggressive cancer, and we lost him, and just going through the grief process and just so difficult, and we're just basically just at the depths of despair. But it's about our journey through that, and also my cancer diagnosis a few years after that, and the miraculous journey the Lord took us through there, and the good things ultimately that He has brought from our journey. And only the Lord can do that. So we've just been blessed with so many miracles, big and small. And that's basically what this book is about. We all have our dark moments, but the Lord can bring us through that and bring good from those bad circumstances.
And the light shines again.
Yes, sir.
Light shines again. Well, I can see it in your eyes and your lovely smile that you have a message, and you're a beacon of that message, and people can find that in your book.
Yes, sir.
Is this your first book that you've written?
The second.
Second book.
Second book. But this book is comprehensive. If you read this book, you will have read basically my life's journey.
Okay. All right. Well, now how can someone find this book?
It is available on Barnes & Noble and on Amazon. So can check those out and go and find out a little bit more about the book and see if that's something that you would be interested in. But it's meant to be a book of encouragement to everyone, so I hope that it is that.
Well, you're at the Merchants at Coker's today.
Yes, sir.
And signing these books. Will you leave a few copies for sale here?
Absolutely. Yes, I will do that. Yes, sir.
Okay, so folks can come to the Merchants at Coker's right here in Tullahoma,
yes, sir,
on Wilson Avenue, and be able to find that book here as well.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
Marcia, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your soul with us and the rest of the world out here to help people get through hard times and some hard processes, which we all go through. And every time there's a little bright light out there to help us, it's always wonderful. So thank you for your gift.
Thank you. Others have been a light to me, and I hope to pass that along. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a Jack Russell named Bandit, who entered the shelter as an owner turn-in. Bandit is approximately 1 year old and weighs about 12 pounds. He is neutered and current on his vaccinations. Bandit gets along well with other children, The shelter believes he will make an excellent family pet. Microchip identification is also available to all dogs adopted for a $15 or greater donation to the shelter. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue. The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Sunny. Sunny is a friendly young beagle who would love to be your next best friend. They also have many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2711 or 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at Post Office Box 252, Manchester 37349, and their website is www.coffeehumane.org. We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast.
It's a Kia Cadenza kind of day at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. This luxurious Kia has too many features to mention, with prices starting as low as $33,943. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. We have a huge selection to choose from here at Russell Barnett Kia, and mention this ad and receive an additional $500 off your next Kia Cadenza purchase. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
An annual event started in 1939 will continue on August 20th through August 30th, 2014, when the World Grand Championship celebration will once again be held in Shelbyville, Tennessee at the Celebration Arena. Each year, people come from all over the world to contend for the coveted honor of being crowned World Grand Champion. From the wonderful flat shod to the exciting performance horse, they will fill the ring with the breed's best of the best. The celebration supports local charities, and this year they are asking everyone to come out and support the largest nonprofit event in Middle Tennessee and the 14 charities that depend on this event to fund their cause. Come out and be a part of a family tradition by showing your support to the 76th Annual Walking Horse National Celebration. For ticket and box seat information, call 931-684-5915.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1942 at 99 degrees. The record low was in 1965 at 52 degrees. Average high on this day is 87, and the average low is 67. Mostly cloudy weather expected tonight with a 30% chance of rain. The low will be around 62. 30% chance of rain remains in the forecast on Friday with a high of 83 and a low of 65. Rain chances move up to 40% on Saturday with a high of 83 and a low of 65. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.